If you like to listen to ska, then you better tune in. We got all the rancid you could want, so give us a spin. Laughing and potting, telling stories that may be true. Secret to our process is never knowing when we're through. Black mics, white comps, dark thoughts, checkered past. Yeah, it's time for Heptember. What up, checkerheads? Welcome to Checkered Past, the Ska'dcast with Celine and Rob, the show where a lockstep and deal's gone bad, and a Maxwell murder like the Selector song murder. Yeah, that's the only thing I could come up with. Explore the history and impact of a different band each episode and hope to bring in new fans along the way. I'm Rob. I'm Rob, King of Ska, and this is my sister and this is my sister and co-host Celine Timebomb.
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to be Tim.
You can come up. I was also Tim.
Yeah, we're both. I guess we're all Tim.
and here for today's round one is engineer Joey Bastard.
I'm okay with that.
Isn't that Lars?
Yeah, he's Lars.
That's cool.
Matt
Lars.
Freeman is Matt McCall. Do you want to be Celine McCall?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Celine McCall it is.
I'm rewriting it. But
Celine Timebomb, I guess, is cooler.
It does sound better.
It does.
Yeah. Rob King of Ska, like Lint King of Ska. That was Tim's name in the
Who crowned him?
ID. Who crowned him? That's right. Well, he had to dethrone the previous King of Ska, Prince Buster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he kill Prince Buster?
He killed Prince Buster.
That's fucked up.
That's part of the lore that you didn't know.
That's why there's so much disdain for Tim Armstrong.
Ska's so dark.
It's so dark.
It's the only reason there's disdain for Tim
It's all
Armstrong.
voodoo
You want to say that one more time?
That's the only reason people don't like him.
It's Heptember, y'all.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it.
We're here.
6 months after Madness March, and we decided it's time to bring the band back together.
We just thought we'd
do more brackets because that was
piss
fun.
everyone off again.
This one's so much more contentious. I feel
You think
like.
so?
This is more contentious?
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's
Yeah, you think so?
I really do. I only because I feel like there's a certain age demographic where Madness was like a huge influence, especially if you grew up with it, like somebody like Craig, right? But like Rancid, I mean, for me, and I feel like our age demographic, Rancid was definitely like the first punk and ska I was listening to.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that goes for a lot of people because, you know, that whenever their first album came out, Alta, and then up to and Out Come the Wolves, like those are like seminal punk, ska punk records. Well, the first two are just punk, but that third one it's like that was the mold, right?
I'm like planning on going back and listening, like re-listening to the Rancid discography over the course of the next, like as we record this, because we're not recording this all at once. But as we record, I'm going to keep listening to more to like even though it's not all, you know, it's not all ska. I'm just like, I want to try to bring myself back to the days of yore, to the Rancid days of yore.
Yeah. I definitely grew up being like, oh, like I'm too cool to listen to Rancid and NoFX. As far as like my timing of getting into it. Like I thought it was fine, but it was like a little too, and then that was like, and out, or I guess it would have been, when did it end Out Come the Wolves?
96.
Yeah,
95.
So yeah, that was like, I would have been 6.
Right.
So by the time I was into music, would have been like, you know, 20, I'm trying to do math.
Indestructible came out when you were 13
or something. Yeah. So that would have been Indestructible.
Yeah.
So that's a lot like poppier, is it not?
Yeah.
And like, kind of meh.
So
like,
back down.
yeah. So exactly. So that's exactly what I thought of Rancid. And I was like, well, I don't like that. That's boring.
See,
and it seemed like social distortion to me.
For my time making myself sound old timey, but in Thompson at the time when I was getting into skateboarding and punk rock and stuff, NoFX was the one that you like were uncool for listening to, but Rancid was like you're cool because you listen to Rancid. I don't know where that line was drawn or who did in my hometown. It was very weird because the two bands were like friends and ultimately were just two sides of the most popular kinds of the punk rock coin at the time, right?
Yeah.
Like one was just the street oi version and the other was the fast skate version, right?
Yeah.
Like the Bad Religion, if you will, of the time. So like, I don't know who made that distinction, but when I had a mohawk when I was 14, I felt really cool about being a Rancid fan for whatever reason.
Did you, Rob?
I
You
don't
had a
know.
mohawk at 14.
No, I was 17.
Oh.
But I remember somebody gaslighting me because I was like, I want to have a mohawk like Tim.
Yeah,
They're
Liberty
like,
Spikes.
And they're like, Tim doesn't have a mohawk. He wears a toque. And I was like, what the fuck? He of course has a mohawk, right? But I didn't have as much internet access at that time, so I just took it as gospel. And then I went into college, and I'm like, you bastards.
To be fair, there's that one video where he is wearing a toque and he pulls it off to reveal his mohawk.
God damn, like
So
weird.
I guess before we get into it, I'm the Patreon folks will know. I'm looking on Reddit, or I just literally Googled Tim Armstrong controversy, and there was like a Reddit post that it's 9 years ago, but it's just like OP asked like, why is there so much disdain for Tim Armstrong?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like there's an issue with like signing homophobic artists to
Buju
Hellcat.
Banton?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Buju Banton.
And US Bombs have some homophobic lyrics.
So, and that's what the song, the Leftover Crack song, Gay Rude Boys Unite, is about Tim Armstrong.
So Leftover Crack left Hellcat because of that.
Yes, and that's also why Leftover Crack's album's called Mediocre Generica, because it was supposed to be called Fuck World Trade.
Slam Pig.
It was supposed to be called Fuck World Trade, but Hellcat wouldn't let it be called that. So then their next album was called Fuck World Trade as like a way to say.
So there's like, and this is all alleged, and I have no proof. And
Buju Banton.
But there is
not cool.
People are saying that Tim Armstrong by proxy, if not, and Rancid in general is like known homophobes. I don't know that. This is alleged, but also his inappropriate relationship with Brody Dahl.
Yeah, which you can.
I don't love.
There's a great passage in the book Sellout, a book I talk about all the time, because they do a whole distillers chapter, and Brody, it's from Brody's point of view, and so it's really good to hear her side of it.
Yeah.
Of it. So I really would recommend people.
So I just want to get that over with at the top.
I mean, this is the second episode. This is out of order.
Oh, yeah.
So we're recording round one before.
Well, I'm going to get this out at the
beginning of round one.
Of round one, yeah. Because we would have been probably talking at length about Rancid in our pre-show, so that'll be a different. This will probably come back around.
We'll come back around.
But let's talk about what we're all about here. It's Heptember. It is a theme month, the second one we've done after Madness March. All month long, we're doing a March Madness style bracket to pit all 23 ska songs that were performed by Rancid in a head-to-head battle to determine once and for all the greatest Rancid ska song of all time. So thanks to everyone who voted for their predictions. If you want to follow along, the bracket is at challenge.com/Heptember. The matchups were seeded, so they're put against each other chronologically. So top seed is the oldest song that they did, and the bottom seed is the newest song we did, because I feel our bias is probably towards the old songs. So
fair.
I want to give them a boost so that they're not just mowing down all the new songs just because we feel like we like it better. So this is to give the new songs a fighting chance. So round one is going to be mostly newer songs because that's the earliest part of the bracket. And round two will have all those classic Rancid songs you like.
Right.
All those classic Rancid songs.
All those classic Rancid songs. So we would have done the pre-show already where we talked about Rancid's history from the end of Operation Ivy through to the modern era.
Man, that was such a good episode.
It was a great episode.
That was like
Go back
our
and
best
check that
episode.
out.
I mean, it was.
I remember it so
It was
well.
What a nice
detailed. We talked about a lot of stuff.
We were
We
so
really
on.
got into it.
We played some songs.
Yeah, about 20,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how many. Good. So I'm just preparing Celine. There's about 20 songs in that
Too
one.
many songs. But I loved it.
And then round two, and rounds 2, 3, and the finals will be bringing on guests to help eliminate. And by the end, we'll know what the number one definitive greatest Rancid ska song of all time is. I'm just putting it down now. Ooh. We now we've definitively decided One Step Beyond is the greatest Madness single.
Can't be debated.
It can't be debated. And now we're making an undebatable greatest Rancid ska song.
100%.
Undebatable.
Do we want to put not kind of our predictions out?
Do we want to? Well, no, because then that's our bias. Then we're going to be like...
I don't know, though, because the one that I would like to win is, I don't think, going to be number one.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, let's have it. Let's hear you.
I think I'm just going to put a prediction out based on how the Madness one went. But I think it's going to be Time Bomb.
Time Bomb?
That's what I think.
Time Bomb is the one step beyond. It just in terms of just cultural impact. Yeah.
Or Salvation would be
Salvation's an interesting
my
choice.
Second.
What's the one that you want to win though?
Crane Fist.
Crane Fist.
Straight up.
Oh.
I'm excited too. I'm not as familiar with all the songs, so I'm excited to have a "We Want Freddie for Our Leader" moment, and maybe there'll be a sneaky one that I'll be rooting for.
Like I Want to Riot is probably up there for me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And Old Friend is maybe
Old Friend is
a
fucking jam.
Time Bomb, to be honest. I might be annoyed. I might like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There might be an Our House moment where it comes on and we're just I don't know.
That's fair.
But it'll be in round 2, and so our guest will have to
balance it out.
Yeah. Because Joey, you'll be the tiebreaker.
I will be the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah.
I feel like our guest will have a different kind of take on the whole thing, though. Yeah.
I think so.
It'll be interesting. I'm personally much more emotionally invested in the Rancid brackets than I was into Madness. I like Madness a lot, but it wasn't like
as personal.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't the band that got me into like punk rock and ska and everything else.
It made me like Madness a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Madness March made you like Madness.
Oh yeah,
wow, effective.
Sure.
I believe when we wound it down, you said, "I think I'm sick of Madness." So
now you've come back around.
I'm like, you know what? I like it because I'm like, that shit's cool and British.
So all of the reasons
yeah. So we knew what your criteria for a good Madness song.
Not gonna hit you.
I'm sorry, they're not gonna be theatrical
or British.
Or British. They're going to be ska.
They're going to be kind of spooky.
There will be spooky moments.
There'll be spooky
moments. So what is your criteria, the Celine criteria?
For Rancid? It's got to be a fun party time.
Okay, fun party time.
It's got to be punk rock.
Oh, it's got to be punk rock. Okay.
It's got to be punk rock.
Yeah.
So like the poppy or ska ones are not going to be a Celine
I got to be able to dance to it.
Okay.
Okay, so
danceable. What was the first one I already
forgot?
Fun
party time.
Dance. So if it's like serious Rancid, you're going to be like, no serious Rancid.
You could talk about junkies, but I got to be able to dance to it.
Are you more
into... I don't like saying junkies now, just like, that sounds real bad.
But they're running dry.
People who struggle with substance use.
That's Operation Ivy.
And we can't really say substance users. It's not on us to tell someone else they're struggling with it. People who use.
People who use.
But I feel like a junkie is a very specific user. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to hear
it's like hobo.
Say.
Like when you say hobo,
it makes me feel bad.
You thinking of a specific broken hat
or
train jumping person.
Crusty.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad calling a crusty a
Well, that's a clown.
True. On a cartoon. He's a cartoon clown.
So, well, this is actually fun. Wait, I was going to go into this thing, but Joey, what are you looking for in a Rancid song? Ska song, Rancid ska song.
I'm going to go with, I usually like the ones that are actually saying something. Yeah. Like, I'm not into, like, the story about some girl going to a show. I like that. Like State House or something, you know, like something that actually has a message. Yeah. I like Rancid a lot, and most of their... I'm even going to probably dig a bunch of their, like, the newer stuff that we are kind of not expecting to like as much as the old stuff. So I don't know. It's tough for me to say. It's got to sound like Rancid, but I like the ones that have a message more than the ones that are just kind of like whatever stories.
Oh, so I'm going to be into the stories. I like those a little bit more. I like it when it's got a little bit of a Skin Oi vibe to it. That's the Lars influence.
I like stompy.
I like the stompy, and I like it when it's a little bit more two-tone. They get a little reggae.
I like when they get two-tone.
I like when they go two-tone with their ska.
When they go reggae.
That's fair.
So I'll have that bias going in.
So
two-tone and punk rock.
Based on that, though, now I'm like, I said, like, my favorite one that I would like to go all the way is, like, Crane Fist. And I don't even know what genre that's supposed to be. Crane Fist is probably the weirdest Rancid ska song there is.
Yeah.
I would say. So I don't even know where that puts my sensibilities, because it's not really reggae, but it's not really two-tone
all those weird Life Won't Wait songs are on round 2, so we got some space.
Cool.
It's going to be bizarre. So to the listener who doesn't know, who is Rancid? I did this with the Madness one, so I'm doing it
Another
again.
big dumb JoeyEditor listener.
They are a JoeyEditor listener.
To the JoeyEditor out there.
Who is Rancid? They are a punk rock band formed out of the ashes of Operation Ivy and other Bay Area punk and ska acts, formed to be a focus on the members' street punk influences, embrace their love of The Clash. After squirreling around with Berkeley label Lookout for a while, they signed with burgeoning punk label and friend Brett of Bad Religion's Epitaph to release the bulk of their albums. After flirting with major labels, they stuck with their guns and released And Out Come the Wolves on Epitaph to widespread critical acclaim and gold record status in '95. The second single, Time Bomb, arguably kicked off third wave ska on the radio and began the band's multiple flirtations with ska music for years to come. The band would continue to have huge success being one of the biggest selling punk acts, and in 2003 would release the major label-backed Indestructible, being the biggest album that the band has released ever, peaking at 15 on Billboard and cementing the band's legacy forever, further launching the members to rock star status, which they maintain to this day. We've already mentioned a bunch of the members, but Tim Armstrong, guitar and vocals, Lars Fredriksson, guitar and vocals, Matt Freeman, bass and vocals, Brett Reed on the drums, and then later, Brandon Steinekart also on the drums. That is Rancid. That is the Coles Note version of Rancid. So why don't we start doing some matchups?
Time Bomb was like in a lot of movies.
Yes, and commercials.
It's licensed quite a lot. Yeah.
And commercials. Yeah, it was a specific. Was it a car commercial? It just talks about cars.
It does talk. Yeah. It was on a Cadillac commercial.
Yeah.
Cadillac's like, yeah, we need.
I think that's where
nothing says posh vehicles.
It's like
quite
it's a Moore's commercial. It's like black shoes, black hat. It's just a guy putting on his shoes and putting on a hat, and he's like.
I was in Moore's the other day, and they didn't sell hats, so that's a missed opportunity.
For them, you mean?
Yeah, for them.
Okay,
yeah.
And then it's
for them.
It's Tim winking to the camera, and he said, "I make this look good." And he flashes the Men in Black memory thing, and then the commercial goes white. I've been watching a lot of Detroiters, so I feel like I'm really into commercial concepts.
I really like the idea of Agent T, especially now. The way he looks with his ridiculous beard and bald head.
From here on out, we're referring, and we're not going to even talk about Tim Armstrong anymore. We're just going to refer to Agent T. Agent T.
I make this look good.
I make this look good. I make this look good. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of impressions. They all have such distinct voices that I think we're going to be doing impressions of them this whole time.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Let's do the first matchup. All right. It's Up to No Good versus I Ain't Worried. The first song we have here is Up to No Good, track 3 from Rancid's 2009 album Let the Dominoes Fall. The song is lyrically simple, detailing survival by whatever means you have. It was based on simple idea Tim had on his acoustic guitar. Producer Brett Gurwitz helped co-write most of it. While they originally wanted Vic from the Slackers to play, or Roger from the Agrolites, they ended up getting Stax icon Booker T of Booker T on the MGs to play the Hammond on this song.
That's sick.
Booker T from what?
From wrestling.
From being Booker T.
He was a 5-time.
What if Booker T ends up as an agent for the MIB2? Then it'd they be 2 Agent Ts?
Nice.
That's fucked up.
Let's play the song.
Agent
Up to No Good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No one is safe here. We're
On danger.
In that corridor, I see a stranger. Robbing a ransack it. I see a walk here. Lock your door.
Also, Vibra Slap. Forgot to mention.
Yeah. Have a drink, everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Quick like a snake. He's good at stealing. He even steal my
I didn't clip them, so you can just- There you go. You're just vibing.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, I don't know why
Kinda
I
like an
expected it to
interrupter
go to
song.
something else.
I like that song a lot.
That's actually a good
that's a
song.
really
I was
good song.
literally like, see, if the Interrupters did this, there's something about that that's just a little bit better. But it's like almost the exact same sound.
I mean, it had the Vibra Slap and everything, and
Yeah.
it had the back harmonies. Lars doing a lot of back harmonies.
Yeah.
That's an Agent T song.
It's an Agent T song.
like full blow.
Yeah.
So that's
good.
That fits my vibes.
Yeah.
It's two-tony.
Yeah, that's
It's got a little bit of a story to it,
Good
pretty
tempo,
stomping.
good
I can dance
dancing,
to it.
dancing
It
tempo,
could be
yeah.
more punk rock for me.
It's pretty upbeat. It's pretty like
Yeah, it could be a little
It is a party time.
edgier. It's party time, and
Yeah.
it's, what else did
And
I say?
it
I can
has-
dance to it.
And it has a really
Party fun
easy to
time.
remember gang vocally count.
yes.
So, like, literally by the second time it comes around, you can sing along to it, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Counting is great in songs. I'm just gonna go out here and call it. I like
Just
counting in
general.
songs. It's fun. It's going up against I Ain't Worried, track 6 from Rancid's 2009 album Let the Dominoes Fall. Lyrically similar to the song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, I think, except ska.
Did they send a cease and desist?
No, you'll hear when you listen to it. Drummer Brendan tried to emulate the drum style of Dave Mello on Operation Ivy's Unity, and Matt Freeman is playing uncharacteristic downstrokes. He's playing strictly 16th note downstrokes the whole time. So,
Okay.
I think that's all the notes I have on this. Oh, this is also one of those songs where all three singers sing. That's a thing
Okay.
they started doing in the 2000s, where they would
Yep.
everyone gets a turn.
Well, wasn't it the first album had Matt on it singing, and then the second one didn't, the third one didn't, and then Rancid, and then Life Won't Wait came out, and he comes back singing on a couple, and then on Rancid 2000s, he's like every song.
Yeah, he sings all the time.
He sings on
But
every
this
second
is the
song.
one where they do it in a round, where it's like
Oh,
everybody
where-
gets a verse.
Yeah, okay.
Right, that's a common 2000s Rancid move where everyone, like, you sing, then you sing, and then
That's
you
fun.
sing. So
It'd be sweet if they
yeah.
did. What is it called? It's not called like a cannon.
yeah,
like a
where it's
row,
like,
row, row
where they're
the
singing
board.
at the same time, but
That's what
different parts
Rancid
of the same
should have
song.
done. Up to no good. Here, I'll start. Up to no good.
Up to no good, up to no good,
Up to no good.
up to
Up to no good. Up
This
to
sucks.
no good.
Yeah. You know what, guys? That was up to no good. Here we
Song's
go.
called "I Ain't Worried."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the
Yeah, I'm
Dave
digging this
Mello
already.
thing.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, it's kind of dubby. Almost.
Oh, I see the constant downstroke thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a jam. I've listened to this one a couple of times.
So both these songs are from the same album.
And they're doing his little rap.
Do you like the rap? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
if I like it.
311.
This is definitely Life Won't Wait type of thing where with the
This
rapping.
is, well, that rappy part was almost a little transplanty, to be honest.
Which we would have talked about on our pre-show.
True
What a
that.
great time it was when we talked about transplants. Right? Another vocalist.
Oh, shit, a callback. I fucking love Lars. So
I do love Lars.
Yeah.
Big Lars fan.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Yeah,
wanna-
this is a jam. I like this one.
Yeah.
I kind of want to wait for the Matt.
Let's wait for Matt. I want to hear Matt sing. Because I want to know if he raps. Oh, he does.
My name's Celine, and I'm here to say.
All right. Okay, it was worth sticking around for Matt Freeman rapping.
So, do you think they think they're good rappers? They all got it.
There's no way.
It sucks that is a good song.
It is a good
in
song.
order
That's
to
a
take
band.
the rapping, if they took the really going for it, white boy rapping out,
They were going for it.
they were
going
like that.
for it.
I think they were like,
So
this
hard.
sounds good.
You know who they sold it to? Me. I'm okay with it.
All right, so this is just for the listener, and we may have more thoughts on this, but the way this usually works with our lineups is we say 3, 2, 1, and then we say which song we think should move on. So Celine, though, I think you.
Well, I'm just like the transplants existed during this time.
Yeah, before.
Because like that's rapping I like. Unfortunately,
so transplants is
fortunately
transplants came out the same year as Indestructible.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, transplants don't give a fuck.
No, I'm doing Beastie Boys.
I'm trapped in heaven. Now I die.
Anyway,
No one lives forever. In fact,
a lot
we
of
all
rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a rap project, yes. That was the whole thing.
with transplants. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't like it. But it is a good song that I enjoyed. But yeah, when Matt Freeman came in, it's hard to take the song seriously.
My influences are Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J.
Also, it's almost like maddening. Like I kind of hate that the monotone voice does work for Tim. It does work.
Yeah.
It doesn't even get boring.
Yeah.
Not in these songs.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
Anyways.
So up to no good.
And I ain't worried.
I ain't worried.
All right.
Just 1, 2, 3 in it?
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I
No
ain't
good.
worried.
I got voted out.
Oh.
No, the rapping was no bueno for me. But
you know
okay.
what? I was into that 16th note.
People are already going to be mad. People are going to be already mad. That's already annoying. That's already a really annoying choice that we just made.
All right. I'm in. And I think that's the thing.
First, like Up to No Good was cooler, but I was like, oh, that's just boring. I just like thought it was. I Ain't Worried was like cooler and spookier and.
I Ain't Worried is more my jam.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, we did it. We did one matchup.
Okay.
This is already off to a great start. I love it. No, it's fun. All right, so track 3, matchup 2 is Things to Come versus Evil's My Friend. So Things to Come is the B-side from the single Hooligans from Rancid's 1998 album Life Won't Wait. The song details a harrowing scene of racial violence with an almost hopeless and nihilistic end, and you can find it on B's and C sides as well, which is a great compilation. So let's hear it. This song is Things to Come. Horns.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was a Life Won't Wait thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He really wants you to check stuff out all the time. Okay, this is pretty chill, but it sounds like it's obviously a Life Won't Wait track that was just cut from the album, and I'm already sold because of that. I like it.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that melody's great. That song's a jam.
That's a very, very ska song for a not ska band.
Yeah,
It's a very traditional ska song. What
Especially-
year was that, sorry?
98.
It's like you can tell they were referencing
yeah, like trad
music they like.
very trad for sure.
I'm trying to figure out
If someone was on this.
who would have, because they did have a lot of guests.
Yeah.
On Life
Someone
Won't Wait.
legit is on this, right? Like it seems like it.
Well, they were at this time. They were really close with the Slackers.
That's a very Slackers-esque track.
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
like it definitely had like a different sound to it.
especially with that piano.
Yeah. Because I think well, and then also the Hepcat guys were on this album too. So I don't know. Hard to say. I can't find anything. I see a lot of guests that were on the album, but I can't figure out who did the horns on this. So if anybody knows, let me know.
Hey, what horns were on that?
Guess that horn.
You guys,
Oh,
what
us?
horn? Yeah.
Oh, I was I think there was a trumpet and a trombone.
Not
Yeah,
that
that's what
we've
it
seen.
sounded like to
Yeah.
me.
So this jam is going up against Evil's My Friend. I know that people love this song. This is track 4 from Rancid's 2014 album Honor Is All We Know. And it's just a song celebrating the seedy underground. Let's give it a listen.
See, this is up my alley. This is a Celine ska song.
With the guitar,
This
like...
is in general what I like. Yeah. Yeah, this is a first Celine ska song. This is all the things I like about ska music.
Yeah.
Funk. This is it. This would I'd be like,
Yeah, pushing.
yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, this is a gooder.
Oh, this is a good one. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, and you'd be like, and you'd be sweaty, you'd be skanking, you'd be yelling.
That organ's really great.
Jeez.
That's a ripper.
That's like that's sick.
So, and that
I like that
shows
better than Time Bomb.
2014. I think
I
that's the
should've
thing.
liked
Like,
that.
Rancid, you know, I don't go back and I listen to new Rancid albums. I actually don't listen to any Rancid albums often, if I'm going to be honest. But, man, they can still write fucking good songs, man.
Hell
That
yeah.
was a
Jeez.
jam.
That was great.
Yeah. And that's their second newest album that came on.
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm going to be honest. Indestructible was the last one that I kept up on.
Yeah.
The Domino's Fall one, I remember listening to part of it. I think maybe Keelan was listening to it, so I caught bits and pieces. But I haven't put effort into listening to a Rancid album since.
They
then.
don't put out that many, so I usually will put because it's only been 3 since Indestructible. So
Oh, okay.
usually
So I've only missed.
I only like, well,
4-ish,
so
3, 4.
I'll check them out because it's like,
Yeah.
hey, why not? They
Yeah,
don't put
totally.
out that much music. Let's fucking listen to it and see what they're doing these days.
Yeah.
And it's usually the same. Which is not bad. Like,
No, it's
they're
good.
dependable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Are we good to vote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Evil's my friend.
I
Yeah.
really
I'm
like
surprised you weren't going to go with the other one.
It was very good, but this one is
I kind of
just
surprised
way more.
myself by not going with the other one. I liked it a lot, and that's my jam. Rob, you were saying you don't often go back to Rancid. I'll listen to Life Won't Wait and Rancid 2000 as a 2-pack, pretty regularly. Once every 6 weeks.
I'm a Life's Won't Wait, Let's Go. I'm a Let's Go defender. I love Let's Go.
Let's Go is fantastic.
It has an
2000
energy.
just is the
Rancid
hardcore
2000 is very
yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
So, which we talked about at length on our pre-show.
Absolutely.
So
That was fun.
that was a great time.
What a
Great
good
time.
conversation.
All right.
I said so much about how much I love that record.
So next matchup is Stop versus Everybody's Suffering. So Stop is the B-side from Blood Clot from Rancid's 1998 album Life Won't Wait. The song was also featured on the 2008 compilation B's and C's side. So another
1998. So I'm expecting a cover of the Spice Girls "Stop."
That's right.
Excellent.
So let's
Let's
hear
do it.
I mean, I haven't listened to it. No.
Shit.
More horns.
What did he say? What
Nothing.
were any of those lyrics?
Oh, so pre-Indestructible, you just could not understand a damn thing he said. Slurred his voice.
What?
Enunciate a little.
This is a fun song, but its production's really weird.
Yeah.
The vocals sound so weird. I don't know, just the production in general is really
Yeah.
weird. It's pretty fun though.
Yep. And I think this is the version from B's and C's sides, the one I pulled, not the one from All the Moonstompers song. Yeah.
Okay.
So, horn's good. I can see why they didn't want this on.
I hate this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
bad.
into it.
And the ooh and the vocals. It's not a. I don't. I
I can see why they didn't want it on Life Won't Wait. It's
Yeah.
it's too like straight up ska punk for that record.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it wasn't what they were going for.
I wonder if that song got backburnered really early and then was like mixed or produced.
Yeah, the production
at a completely
sounds
different
bad.
time.
Yeah.
Because the production
I
is
hope it's
totally
not the version
different.
I have is just bad. But anyway,
Right.
Weird. Yeah.
off to a tough
Regardless
start.
of the production, that's not a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That
kinda
couldn't have
whatever.
changed the vocals that much.
I like the horns.
The horns were sick,
The
actually.
horns were
I
good.
love the
But
horns.
yeah, the rest of it was kind of meh.
And it's going up against From Honor Is All We Know, Everybody's Suffering. This is a cover. This is very rare for Rancid. They don't do a lot of covers, barring Tim Timebomb's
They
project.
should have fucking did that Spice Girls song. the
Yeah,
last
that's
one
right.
we
Yeah,
just listened
apparently.
to.
This is a Laurel Aitken cover. Yeah, it's the first cover they've done since Rancid 93.
Wow.
And it features organ by Kevin Bavona of The Interrupters. Everybody's Suffering. Oh, yeah. I can see how this is a Laurel Aitken song.
How does he have time to do the keyboard when he's busy being a minion?
I'd watch that movie. This is Agro-Lightsy. This is like boss reggae.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, this is like a pretty Agro-Lights-esque kind of jam
Yeah.
for sure.
Viber Slap.
Drink up. That Tambo's just giving her.
What a depression. What a depression. Let me go home. Let me go home. Let me go home.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Devil's choice here. Well, not really. I don't know. Because I like that song. It's a cover. So that kind of a little bit against it for me because I'm trying to go with originals for Rancid, I'd say.
True.
But I enjoyed that song
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah,
It
that
sounded
song's-
so much better in my
yeah.
ears.
Yeah, I got, yeah. And maybe, I don't know if this was Stop's fault or my fault, but either way, I think I know where we're voting on this. Deux, trois. Everybody's
Everybody's
suffering.
suffering.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, we're 3 matchups in to the 7 we got to do, so this is the perfect time for us to take a quick break. And when we get back, 4 more matchups. Check your past.
Meow.
Welcome back to Checkered Past. Rob, Celine, and Joey here. Round 1 of Heptember on its way, and we're doing Rancid tracks. So far, we've...
I think the tracks are actually okay.
yeah.
I would say they're
It's a joke. that
haven't
keeps on
expired
giving.
yet.
They're within the best before date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Rancid.
Which is not about whether or not it's spoiled, but
No,
the
it's
best time to eat
eat
it
it.
for its taste and how good it would taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why is the mold growing?
That's a different thing that I don't think they could put dates on.
They can't no mold date. They should have a mold date under the best before date.
The next matchup is
Estimated mold date, the EMD.
The MD.
what's our estimated roll date?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
When we released
Well
the
past.
Interrupters episode. Sorry.
Nice. Follow me everywhere. All right. Next matchup is Memphis versus Liberty and Freedom. Memphis is track 10 on Rancid's 2003 album, Indestructible. It is both an ode to being a road warrior and lamenting the heartbreaks along the way, which is a theme from that album. So let's hear it. Memphis. Don't remember anything being overtly ska on Indestructible.
I live my whole life, made mistakes from the get-go. Street kid from the
Oh, yeah, I
start,
see.
right? No regrets, no. I do what I want, yeah. Cause I said so. No seat for the wicked, right? No bed, no. Rolling
song's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. In the studio, a lot of this song.
Yeah, it has like a weird, like, poppy kind of quality to it, the way everything comes together. It's weird. It's got a good chorus, though.
Yeah.
Protect us from the storm.
All right.
This is pretty boring.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is for me. I don't love the album anyway, so I feel like I'm going to have a bias against a lot of the songs. But this does, because I've listened to it so much. Like when Indestructible came out, that was when I was working at Sunshine in St. Paul, and the punks I worked with would play it all the time. A lot of Indestructible, a lot of War on Errorism. All the time.
Hey, it's not a bad song.
Yeah.
It's just a little boring when we're talking about the context.
Yeah, it's no Evil's My Friend.
Sure
Yeah.
ain't. Couldn't be.
And it's going up against Liberty and Freedom, which is
The concept?
track 15 from Rancid's 2009 album Let the Dominoes Fall. Inspired by classic protest songs, details classic elements of censorship, civil oppression, and working class resistance. Liberty and Freedom. Don't love that title.
No, it's very patriotic and libertarian.
Yeah.
Police state upon us, prepare to collide. They're gonna keep you down, step on your neck, can't move no more. The weapon that they're choosing is censorship and war. And I can see it a line up now. Everyone is just partisan. You see, one side claims victory, but it's just a zero sum. Liberty and freedom.
This is very, down here at the State House. It's like the same song, kind of.
Explosion.
I can see how he's trying to do a Woody Guthrie thing with the...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, his, like, vocal register on this one's pretty, like, sleepy time for this guy.
Those are two kind of sleepy songs.
Oof. Yeah, I think I know I'm going to vote, though.
I mean, the Liberty and Freedom, I guess, like, it was obviously, like, ironic title. They're making a point.
Yes. I think so. I think they were
Not
trying to
being.
say something.
Yeah, I think they're trying to say something.
Something
I
about
don't even
liberty.
remember the first song. What was it called?
Memphis.
How did it go?
By the time we got to Memphis, we were crazy. It went
And then
like
how
that.
did this? What was the one we just listened to?
Liberty and freedom.
Those sound the exact same.
I mean,
That's because we both do perfect Agent T impressions.
No, but even when I think back on the sounds, they sound similar. I know Memphis had like a Western flair, especially in the beginning.
Memphis
with the
kind of had like a
guitar.
weird thing
And the
going
second
on
one
with
was more
the
ska.
yeah. Well, Memphis had kind of a weird like a distorty organ kind of
Yeah.
thing, and then those weird guitar swells during the verse. Memphis was a more creatively put together
Yeah.
song, I would say, but the kind of traditionally aspect of Liberty and Freedom is kind of more my jam.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a huge fan of either of these songs.
No, me neither,
But I
so.
think I
don't
know
even
which
know.
one
I know which way I'm swinging.
yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, just go with your gut.
Okay.
Go with your feel. 1, 2, 3.
Man-
Liberty and
Liberty and
freedom. Yeah.
Oh, fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah,
Very fair. But
That's the
Liberty
one
and freedom
that-
got it.
I mean, they're both not ones that I'm
Yeah.
running to listen to again.
So the next matchup.
We'll have to see
It'd be
how
funny
their
if
next
someone
matchups
matches
come.
It's
it
going
up
up
to be, like,
against.
number
Oh yeah,
one.
it's not even just like everything is matched up against each other. It's like it's not like in Madness March where it goes. It actually
Yeah.
gets matched up against a
Reseeded, kind of.
a higher seeded song. Yeah.
Okay,
So
Cool.
it could be going up against Crane Fist. Who knows?
who knows? I saw some of the potential matchups in my brain, and I was like, I don't like what's going down here.
There's gonna be some real.
There's gonna be some contention.
I was
around
looking
3 and
through
4.
people's predictions and looking at some people's thoughts, and like I'm just looking at semifinals, and I'm just like, oh, if this goes the way you want it to, I'm gonna have a bad time. All right, so next it's Wrongful Suspicion up against Where I'm Going. Wrongful Suspicion, It's track 18 on Rancid's 1998 album Life Won't Wait. This is the lone Life Won't Wait song in today's matchup. That wasn't a B-side, I guess. The song was written by Tim Armstrong and the Slackers' Vic Ruggiero, and it is an anti-establishment song, particularly the antebellum South, and features shout-outs to many luminaries in the New York hardcore scene. I feel like Joey has been referencing this song all day, and I'm not even sure if he realized it's this song.
I didn't, probably, but here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. It's the one.
Yeah.
Actually, and I think the reason I keep bringing it up is because the Slackers just did a cover of this song.
Yeah.
Like just last week or 2 weeks ago or something.
Confederate flag
Down at the State House.
a gun to my head from the hand of a man.
I did not know that Vic Ruggiero was the co-writer, though. That's really cool.
They say I got some rights and I really shouldn't knock it. What can we do? 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 Broken bones, broken rolls, they can all be fixed. So let them who battle with the pen and the others with the fist. It's the gospel. Well, the strong ones will
It's
be
the gospel now, you guys.
words that can't convince. You can take the czar's rules, but I'll take it as a diss. Well, they want to hold me with wrongful suspicion.
Yeah, it's a great
That's
song.
good.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
His
I love that
vocals were not so Tim Armstrong-y in that.
one. Yeah, he
Like
enunciated
it was,
a bit more.
but yeah, you could hear each word.
But like, and again, it might have just been the version that you had, but like, that sounded great in
The
comparison to
production
that
sounded
production on that other song,
On
which is a
Stop, yeah.
B-side from like, I swear that Stop song must have been worked later down the road or
Yeah.
at a different time for sure.
Yeah, it didn't
I
feel...
thought Tim's vocals would be a lot more grating than it is, but maybe that's
It's always like the...
It's episode 1.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's only the first time we're actually going through these songs, so just you wait.
Just wait. Life won't wait.
It won't.
Celine won't wait. Celine will wait. Celine doesn't have a choice.
Celine's gonna have to wait.
So,
Yeah.
so the
I guess
next
Life
song
will wait.
is Where I'm Going, which is track 5 from Rancid's 2017 album, Troublemaker, and is the only ska song on the album, as far as I could tell. It is a semi-autobiographical song about a highly self-destructive individual, features contributions from the Interrupters. The song, Where I'm Going.
Destruction is my state of mind. Armageddon it will come in time. When my whole world is gonna explode, my machine gun is gonna unload. Like an animal, I take my prey. Where I exist,
That's to get a Lars ska song.
Yeah.
prisoners when I'm on point. Grab a chair and
He's not the ska guy.
You see, you don't understand where I am and where I've been and where I'm going. You don't understand where I am and where I've been and where I'm going.
This is pretty fun. It's
a
pretty
fun
dancey, yeah. The claps are good.
Not very punk rock, though. A little punk rock. A little punk rock.
Lars is singing at the beginning.
Lars gives it
It's
punk
pretty
rock, yeah.
rocky.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I ain't ever gonna follow or beg or steal or borrow. Steady is the hand I hold. I won't.
Can't understand a goddamn word what Tim's singing in this song.
I think it's
It's
based
catchy.
Yeah,
Based
that's
on
a
his
pretty good
catchy.
one.
It's based on his mood as to how much he's going to enunciate. It really does. He's sober. I know he's sober, so it's not based on like, what he's imbibing at the time. He's just like, he walks in and he's like, I'm tired.
I'm going.
Or he's like, oh, this is a Lars song. I'm not going to sing for
Yeah.
Lars. This is a tough
Are they
one.
friends? Do they like each other?
Yeah. Well,
They must.
Rancid's been the same lineup basically.
That's pretty. That says
since
something.
93, 92.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a long
30
time.
years as a band together. Right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be careful with what I'm saying this episode.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of all the things I haven't said.
Where am I going to go with this?
Where are you going with this?
Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna pick. Okay, I think I'm gonna go.
What was
Okay.
the first song called?
Wrongful suspicion. That's the Down at the State House. That one.
You've literally never said that. Have you said that already?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
When you introduced it.
I don't remember. Okay.
What can we do? What can we do? You know?
I do.
Yeah.
You
And what
good?
was the other one called? Wrongful suspicion
And where I'm going.
where I'm going. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wrongful
Wrongful
suspicion.
suspicion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that Where I'm Going song a lot.
That's
Yeah.
fully because I'm biased towards Wrongful Suspicion.
It's a great song.
Yeah, Where I'm From was very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. All right. The next matchup. This is probably our first like big song like that we are going to do, which is Red Hot Moon against That's Just the Way It Is Now. So this is
Things will never
Red Hot
be
Moon
the
is
same.
track 3 from Rancid's 2003 album Indestructible and the second single. So this is actually
Is this their highest charting song?
no Fall Back Down.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
higher
makes sense.
charting.
That's
Yeah.
their numero uno.
Highest charting song.
This has got to be right up there, though.
It's up there because Indestructible was huge.
Yeah.
Indestructible's a bigger selling album than And Out Come the Wolves.
That's kind of crazy.
If I fall back down, you're going to be my friend.
It came out in the so you have to remember in the 90s, even though it was like big to release like CDs and stuff. 2003, like that time, there's so much money and so much accessibility to music more than ever.
Right, so people
And we hadn't
purchased
gotten
more albums at that
people
time
were just
then.
buying
Yeah,
albums
yeah.
like crazy at that time,
Yeah.
right? And that was the thing to do.
Yeah,
and
I love buying a CD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At that
Loved
time,
it.
it
I
lived-
still call like new releases CDs. Like I like that just like so
Yeah.
is my age.
Oh, the
I'm like,
new
when
Dua
does their new
Lipa
CD?
CD is so
Yeah,
good.
I say it all the time, and I'm like, it's not.
Dua Lipa's,
there's
like,
no CD.
never
There's no
released a CD.
compact disc.
Yeah.
Like where? I don't know, but they're like an album to me. Like album is like.
At Mr.
The same
Spotify's
word as
house, he's
CD.
got all those CDs, and when you ask Mr. Spotify to play you a song, he puts on the CD
Hey,
at his house
Google,
and sends it to
can
your phone.
Play this CD.
I was just waiting for your Google.
Yeah, I didn't.
All right, Red Hot Moon, let's do it. This is a big one.
Red
and
Hot-
it's arguably not that much of a ska song. Ska adjacent.
Arguably, you're not that much of a ska song.
Oh, did I even do the whole thing? Skinhead Rob from the Transplants is on here.
I don't know, man. That's a pretty ska song.
Yeah, I think it's really ska. Somebody on the line was like, oh, Red Hot Moon's not that ska. This is pretty fucking ska.
There's a bubble going on. Yeah.
She don't want admit what she is for. And Casey, she wants to run. She's a punk rocker. She don't trust no one. On a South Bay bus all day long.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember that song being good. And me and Joey are just going to vamp for a second so then I step away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone online was like, oh, Red Hot Moon's not that ska.
That
sounded ska as shit to me.
Pretty ska to me.
And I haven't listened to that song in a long time. So I just took their word as gospel. I'm like, okay,
Who's playing organ on that one? Do you know? Are you able to
let's see if I know.
see if...
I did say Skinhead Rob's on that song at some point.
Yes. He's basically does like a transplants breakdown on it, if I recall correctly. What's...
So-
No, we got into it on the... I was going to ask a transplants question.
You know
but
what?
we got
Ask the
into it.
transplants question. Why not?
What was Skinhead Rob's deal? He was in a hardcore band before, right?
I thought he was their roadie. Wasn't that the deal?
Yeah, but before that, I
Oh,
think he was in a hardcore band or something.
Oh, that could be. I just remember the story about him being their roadie, and then they kind of like scooped him up to
do
this.
To yell
yell.
angry things.
to quote rap end quote.
Yeah.
I did find out though when I was researching the transplant stuff that that was the first time that what's his name, drummer Travis Barker had done anything hip hop related.
Really?
That is his entry point to hip hop.
Really?
Transplants. Yeah.
That's wild.
Because up to that point, he was just Mr. Tattoo, Blink-182,
Yeah.
the guy who's not having fun.
the guy who isn't in the Aquabats anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the least fun guy I think I've ever seen.
I do remember when the transplants came out, hearing about like reading an article about it, how basically the way Travis recorded the drums was Tim just sent him the album as it was finished, and he learned the songs. Like he played his own drums on the songs, and then he went into a studio and recorded the drums, and then they literally just took out Tim's programmed drums and stuck in Travis's actual drums. And that always like kind of intrigued me, because I was always like, man, I'd I like Transplants is a cool musical project.
Yeah.
Even if it hasn't maybe like aged
that
super well. Yeah. It was still like a pretty, like at the time, fairly groundbreaking, pretty cool to be a punk rocker and like have that kind of music come out. But I would really like to hear whatever that original version was with the programmed drums, just to see how different it could have been. Because let's face it, like Travis Barker has a certain flair to his drumming that nobody could have possibly programmed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it would have been interesting to hear that album. I'm assuming more straightforward, hip hop sounding.
But who would have programmed the drum? But who would have programmed the drum?
Tim did. Apparently.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Tim did. Apparently, Tim literally like that was his like learning Pro Tools project for himself.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, that is kind of what I'm recalling from reading an article a billion years ago. But yeah, like he basically had his home studio, had this idea. That's kind of how he taught himself to use Pro Tools. Did almost the whole album himself. Had Skinhead Rob come in and do that stuff, and then the Travis thing happened afterwards. And then he was kind of showing people and, you know, like, oh, what could I add to this? And, you know, kind of his final phase before he finalized the record. And then Travis ended up on it. So, yeah, kind of a cool. I would like to hear that other version.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty neat.
Vic Ruggiero plays the keyboards on Red Hot Moon. I feel
Makes
like that's
sense.
just going to be the answer. It's either Vic or it's Kevin. Kevin from the Interrupters.
Yeah.
There seem to be the keyboard guns for hire for everything.
Totally.
Except for that one time Booker T played keyboards.
Which is fair.
Which is just hilarious. I can't remember what the story was about why Booker T was the keyboard player. But anyway, it was just wild. So anyway, Red Hot Moon, Slynn's back. Hi, Slynn. Is going up against... it's going up against That's Just the Way It Is Now.
Yeah.
Track 18 from Rancid's 2009 album, Let the Dominoes Fall. It was influenced by protest reggae, such as Peter Tosh and Culture. Lyrically, it's about taking risks and what matured punks think about the spirit of the genre. Let's go for it. I see it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It's kind of spooky.
A little bit.
Pretty clashy. Pretty clashy.
Leading in on the Clash thing.
Yeah. That bass line is very, very much a callback to Clash.
I love that horn. That horn sounds cool.
Yeah.
Sick. Oh. Whispery.
Oh, yeah,
kid.
there's the spookiness. He's walking through a cemetery, Celine. Oh, you can't even.
Walking through a cemetery.
Yeah, walking through a cemetery. Spooky.
It was pretty spooky and fun. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I liked it. It's I really liked the horns, like that kind of echoey, like out in the back horns. Like that sounded cool.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool
kind of like an AM radio-y kind of sound to him.
I dug that.
Yeah.
I think I know how I want to vote on this one.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Red Hot Moon versus That's Just the Way It Is Now?
Yeah.
Why are you squinting at me?
I don't really remember the Red Hot Moon because I had to take a phone call.
Under the red hot moon, take the bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, it is. It's
That's
that
catchy.
Song. You know
Yeah.
that song.
Okay.
It was on the radio.
Yeah. I've
Slynn's
definitely
eyes bugged out of their head.
Yeah.
Just briefly there.
I will say, like, not a lot of the songs stick. Some songs stick, but most of them just kind of go into rancid white noise.
Uh-oh.
I mean, hey.
It's coming. It's coming towards the end of our first episode.
I'm already like, it's a lot of the same.
All right.
That's fair. That's a fair
The
statement.
same people making music for 30 years. We just said that,
So it's good, but it's a lot of the same.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Red
Red
Hot.
hot
Moon.
rising moon.
I feel
Not
good with that
bad moon,
choice.
I guess.
Yeah, that's a jam. Red Hot Moon's
Good one. That's a good
It's a
one.
good one.
Okay, the last
the way it
matchup
is
we
now, it's good,
have is Brixton versus Breakdown. And Brixton is actually a song from the Rock Stars Kill compilation in 1994 from the Kill Rock Stars label. Song is a nod to The Clash, features some homages of the time, and it's also on the B's and C-Sides compilation. So this actually came out before and Out Come the Wolves. So this might be the earliest Rancid ska song, like ska, like pen song. So let's give it a listen. Brixton. Oh, I know this song.
This is fun. I'm into this.
Very specials based playing.
Yeah. I feel like I could decipher what he's saying on this
A
one.
little bit.
It's still pretty mumbly, but I could kind of figure it out.
Cool.
That's fun.
What year was that?
94.
Yeah, you could tell he
Yeah.
like that's is. You could tell like his voice has gotten quite a bit like more mature and more singy over
does-
the years. Hey,
And he has like different modes nowadays.
yeah,
He's got like mumbly, like Agent T like down there.
this was like
Yeah.
closer to like almost Op Ivy vocals.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
shortly after.
Yeah,
right?
so that makes
yeah.
sense. So that part of it makes me
Oh, it's more punky.
more punky.
Yeah. So that would be more punky.
So I didn't
would
mind
say.
that.
And it's going up against Breakdown, which is the bonus track from 2014's album Honor Is All We Know, which you can find on the deluxe, the LP, and the Japanese version of it. That's all I know about this. This is called Breakdown.
Oh yeah, this is a jam. I've heard this one a few times.
I like this song.
Yeah, this one's good. Counting.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love counting?
I love counting.
Counting.
Cool.
Yeah. That's fun.
Oh, and there was the Vibra slap.
Drink up.
So I know how I'm voting. I feel like it's pretty obvious for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all good? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Breakdown.
First song.
Oh,
Oh,
and you
What's
called
it
it the
called?
Brixton.
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 Brixton was good too.
I liked it. Yeah.
Breakdown was just a little more upbeat and dancey for me, I think.
And Brixton was more punk rock.
And so the songs that are progressing to the next round are I Ain't Worried, Evil's My Friend, Everybody's Suffering, Liberty and Freedom, Wrongful Suspicion, Red Hot Moon, and Breakdown. I'm good with those.
Yeah, I think
That's
we
good.
made some good choices.
Those are some good choices.
Maybe people won't be as mad at us.
Maybe.
I mean, we could have moved through up to no good. I'm just saying, but that was the only one I got outvoted
I
on.
think
I
people
think.
won't like that. I have a feeling.
All right, so I'm going to do this. Okay, this is going to be fine. We're going to play a game.
It's going to be fine.
This is going to be fine. We're going to play a quick game to finalize this whole thing because I have a game set up for every round, and it all follows a pattern, which I'm sure will make a lot of sense. Now for a segment. Well, I already fucked up. Well, she skanks around Cali from Berkeley to San Francisco. She's a checker-powered Rudy from Oakland to Silicon Valley. She'll take you for a ride on a cable car to Fresno. Tell me where in NoCal is Carmen Scandiego. Okay, in this game, Celine and Joey will answer a series of multiple choice questions based on trivia culled from the interwebs about the drummers of Rancid.
Oh,
So it's
so
going to...
specific.
Yeah. So buzz in with your name, or buzz, or ska, or whatever, and the most points wins. Easy? We've done this before.
Ska buzz.
Easy peasy.
So, Brett Reed was born in 1972 and was shuffled around San Francisco between his divorced parents. Not a musician by any means, in his late teens he became enamored with the Gilman Street scene and went to shows constantly, including Operation Ivy. By the early 90s, he became roommates with then band-hopping guitarist Tim Armstrong, Agent T. Tim, at the behest of Matt Freeman, was beginning a new three-piece pop-punk street band and needed a drummer. Where did Brett get his drum kit in order to join the band? Was it A, it was listed MIA, B, he borrowed it at the 11th hour, C, bought it off a junkie man, or D, committed a Maxwell murder?
C, bought it off a junkie man.
Gonna buzz in.
Buzz.
Okay, yes, C is the correct answer. Here's what Brett said about the first Rancid 7-inch that they released on Lookout Records. Larry Livermore didn't like Rancid. He put out that first 7-inch, we always thought, as a favor to Tim and Matt since Operation Ivy did so well. It was basically Larry going, I don't like Rancid, but you guys were Op Ivy, so I'll put out a 7-inch. After the 7-inch, we made a demo, and since Tim was friends with Brett, we sent him the demo. Brett just shit his pants and fell in love with us. He said it was his favorite demo he had ever heard in 10 years. We were like, fuck, it ain't that good. So if you want it, you can have it. Besides, back then there was a lot of different bands on Lookout. So Brett was highly influenced by punk and alternative bands like the Pixies, D.I., and NoFX, but his biggest influence was which highly influential ska band? Was it A, Rocket from the Crypt, B, Boston, C, Cake, or D, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy?
Okay, what were the first two?
A, Rocket from the Crypt, B, Boston, C, Cake, D.
Celine.
Yes.
B, Boston.
That's not Boston.
Oh, I was going to guess that. C, Cake, D.
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and A is Rocket from the Crypt.
I'm going to go A, Rocket from the Crypt.
That is correct.
Yeah, time-wise, that's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I went
Did you see what I
Boston.
did there? Those are all not ska bands, but they all have horns. Okay.
Yeah, I got
anyway, Brett on Gilman Street in 98. Here's what he
Is this
said.
for you or for...
Definitely for him.
I don't like the kids that are running Gilman Street today. That place is just a bunch of rules. It
That's
baffles
just the way it
me.
is now.
Yeah, that's just the way it is now. They have meetings to decide on what bands can and cannot play there, which bands on what labels can't play there, and it seems so fascist to me. It's against what punk rock is all about, which is no fucking rules. If the band's on Warner Brothers Epitaph or if they're on Lookout, it doesn't fucking matter. If they're good, they're good, so why the fuck can't they play there? I don't understand. Whatever, the club was great and opened a lot of kids' minds to new thoughts and ideas. The way it's run now, however, I'm just not into it. Brett Reed is very vocal about his opinions on things. I just want to mention.
Okie dokie.
Robert, I just thought of something.
Yes.
You're the jigsaw of ska.
I'm the
Yeah,
jigsaw.
you love fun little games that aren't for us and are only for you.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, yeah.
I like it.
Jigsaw. I'm expecting Chip
jigsaw puzzle.
to make a meme.
I would love that. That would make me
It's just
delighted.
like me realizing I have to cut off my own leg, and you laugh.
You're the one with with the thing in the cage.
Yeah.
Their heads in there. Yeah.
and they're like, I have a game. I have a little game.
Do you
What is-
wanna
I don't.
play-
I
do you
can't. I haven't
wanna
watched
play a
Saw in a
game?
long time.
Do you want to play a game?
I have a little game.
Do you
My
guys?
name's Jigsaw, and I have
Do
a
you
little
guys want to
game.
come over? I have like 6 or 7 Super Nintendo games we can play.
I have a little game. It's called Mario Party, and it's very fun.
But it's real life.
Carcassonne. Have you ever had a spiky blue shell thrown at your head? Very comfortable. Jigsaw.
Oh, it's so ironic that you got hit in the head with this spiky shell. Oh, this banana was delicious. Don't walk over there. Ah, so ironic how you slipped on my banana peel.
Maybe you shouldn't have eaten so many bananas in your life. Banana karma.
The irony.
That's
Maybe
the
you
irony.
deserve it. Yeah.
Eventually, Brett had enough with the high touring lifestyle, the pressures of fame, and all the major label politics, and decided to quit the band full stop. What did he do after Rancid? Was it A, a little bit of stuff? B, no stuff at all? C, stuff, but you probably wouldn't understand? And D, oh, so much stuff? Oh, he did more stuff than a Build-A-Bear workshop.
Celine?
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit of stuff?
Nope. You either have
Sorry, can you repeat them?
you either have B, no stuff at all, C, stuff, but you probably wouldn't understand, or D, so much stuff. Oh, he did more stuff than a Build-A-Bear workshop.
Was that just so you could make that joke? Yeah.
No stuff at all.
Correct.
Well, there's so much stuff that he kissed a little heart before he put it in the bear, and then more stuffing was then put in. I have a little game.
Okay, Brendan Steinecker, the follow-up drummer, Utah drum aficionado of the Used, was unceremoniously fired. The initial breakup was shown to be because Brendan was focusing too much on his production and skateboard enterprises, but the real reason was, according to Brendan, because he was sober and the rest of the band was not. He picked up a brand new hobby to stave off depression. What was this hobby? Was it A, parkour, B, CrossFit, C, drifting, or D, boating?
Joey.
Yes.
CrossFit.
Incorrect.
Shit.
I have to go stop the dogs from barking their heads off.
Okay. What are they doing?
They're barking. The dogs are barking.
You ever done CrossFit?
No.
Do you have any interest?
No.
Me neither. I can't even imagine a place I'd have a worse time.
Yeah, that sounds
Like-
awful.
Yeah. I can barely get it upon myself to exercise properly. And even then, I would say I do a C+ job of it.
Yeah.
And CrossFit requires an A- at best.
At
And
best.
I'm not willing to do that.
No. All right. Do you have a guess?
A, parkour. B, CrossFit.
C, drifting.
Thrifting?
Or drifting. Drifting's funny.
Drifting is obvious.
wait, no, I'm changing it.
Value Village.
Thrifting sounds like a nice hobby.
I'm changing it. Thrifting.
What? Well,
And then
I gotta
D,
stop drifting. What's D?
boating.
Boating? What did you guess?
CrossFit.
Yeah, I guess CrossFit.
Boating. D.
Correct. He got into boating. He's a big boat guy.
Cool.
He loves boats. It's really funny. If
I
you open up his
love boats.
if you open up his Facebook, he's got pictures of him with a boat all the time.
Like a sailboat or like a motorboat?
Like a motorboat. He's just
Okay.
into motorboats. Yeah.
That's, yeah.
He's into motorboating.
But, and this is where it gets
know,
interesting.
motorboating?
It wasn't just, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't just anybody that got him hooked on boating. It was a certain celebrity. Was it A, the drummer for the E Street Band? B, Conan's band leader? C, Slipknot
Conan's
drummers.
band leader.
Yeah.
Andy
C,
Richter?
I have an
C,
idea.
Slipknot drummer JW's father.
Yep.
Or D, Jim Steinman of Meatloaf fame's session drummer.
Isn't the B Street Band, it is Conan's band?
Joey.
Max Weinberg.
Okay,
It's Max Weinberg.
It's Max Weinberg.
Sorry, I had to get there on my own. I was
It's all of the
wait.
above.
It's all of the above because you described Max
knew that it
Weinberg
was-
4 times.
Max, yes.
Okay, I only
Max-
got 2 out of the 4.
Max Weinberg
He's a big, busy guy.
introduced boating to Brandon Steinecker of Rancid.
That's hot. I like
What a
that.
conversation. It's hot.
Yeah.
What a
Kinda
conversation
sexy.
to be just like Max Weinberg.
Drummers,
What kind of
drummers, man.
Just drummers, man.
Drummers, man.
Motorboats.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Not like yachts.
No.
Yeah.
Remember you were trying to get us to make a comment about motorboating?
Yeah, I remember that now. But like pulling tubes behind it or just like feeling the wind, like, you know, like
Just hanging on the bay.
I guess.
The San Francisco
just boating
Bay.
around.
Just boating around the bay.
He's
like a
just
lot of
got like a
pollution.
14-foot aluminum boat with a little fucking
Yeah.
putt-putt motor on it. That's his
It's a
boating that
dinghy.
he's into. Yeah.
We did it. Thanks for listening to Checkered Past. Hit us up on Instagram. Who won? Actually, I forgot to ask. Oh, Joey won.
Me.
Congratulations, Joey.
I won the first
You get the
game.
prize.
Barely.
Yes. You'll be here for the next one.
I feel like you missed a point of mine. I didn't just get 1 right. There's no way. I at least got 2. The hell?
I won.
Okay, fuck that. Anyways, we don't know who won. Joey didn't. He was just like me, and zoned out.
I missed one for
put-
Celine,
he-
I
maybe.
won. We that
Put all the
allegedly
points up
won.
first and then played the game after.
I was like, how many questions? 5? 3 for Joey.
Yeah.
Celine might get one.
First to 3 wins.
I would have got more if I did it properly on the last one.
You were getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I was
you didn't
connecting
buzz
the
in,
dots
though.
out loud.
You didn't buzz in.
Just connecting the dots.
Joey had it all lynched in after the
Buzzed
first
it
two.
in. Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for listening to Checkered Past. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Checkered Past Pod, or send us an email at checkeredpastpod@gmail.com. To support the pod and get bonus content, including a full-length and unedited video of this episode, sign up for the Checkerhead Patreon at patreon.com/checkeredpast. We also have a merch available at checkeredpast.ca. This episode is edited and engineered by Joey. And to follow along with the bracket, head over to challonge.com/Heptember. That's challonge, challonge.com/Heptember. That's September with an H.
You can also check out the whole bracket. There's a Spotify playlist, I believe, just titled Heptember. But our Twitter friend Derek put it up, so thanks to him.
Yeah, and next week we will continue Heptember for round 2 with Common Sense Kid.
Yeah.
So until next time, I'm...
who's gonna be?
Common Sense Kid, innit?
Oh, oi.
We promised him he'll always be on round 2s of all of these ones that we do. Until next time, I'm Rob.
And I'm Celine.
And I'm Joey.
And in immortal words of Rancid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.